What's going on? My name is Josue Barahona and this is my vlog. Now before we get into my day, I kind of just want to intro it and preface it. Now you'll notice that today was a very chill day, at least in the sense of me going out. Today, for the most part, I stayed home and just worked on music almost all day. And although that can be kind of hard to make content about, especially a vlog, you'll notice A, that it is still pretty interesting, and B, it's very necessary for the fact that I'm going all into music. Equally necessary is me exploring the town, seeing the music scene, and getting out to see some writers' rounds and shows, especially being in Nashville, Tennessee. But this is day 2, and you'll notice that I'll get into that more as I get into the actual week. But yeah, I think I still made the most of this day, especially in terms of recording, and among many other things, you'll get to see me work on a brand new song that I started today and produced a whole demo of. I'll take you into my process of songwriting and even producing the thing. But before we get into that, if you happen to enjoy anything you see today, consider subscribing. Or equally as good, stick around to the end of the video where I'll play that demo that I worked on today. All I ask is you give my music one chance. And that's all, let's get into it. So today was an earlier start to my day just because I had church in the morning. Now, because it's church, I wasn't really able to get much footage of it, but it was a really good service. We had a guest pastor with a strong testimony, and it really made a difference. It was one of my favorite services yet, and it was the last step in getting me to make the commitment to get baptized next month. But as soon as I came home, it was straight to work on a new song. So I was thinking of this song, and I found the chords, and it feels right, but I don't know what the hell to write about. I have zero idea what to write about. It's slightly melancholic. It's slightly melancholic. I don't want to write about like love and really that's boring. So I had this idea. You know Sonder, like the idea that everybody's living as complex and as interesting and intricate of a life as yours. Something about that. And I have no idea where to take that. I thought of that when I was in Minneapolis closer to a week ago at this point. Maybe like, everybody's got enough, but ain't nobody got enough. But ain't nobody got enough. Everybody longs for love. We're all so but got enough. We're all so close. We are so close to losing control. Sonder. Let's just look up Sonder. I know what Sonder means, but at the same time, Sonder is a neologism that describes the feeling of realizing that every stranger you pass has a life as vivid and complex as your own, with their own thoughts, experiences, and stories. Basically, the world doesn't revolve around me, and I realize it. But ain't nobody got enough. Everybody longs for love. And we're all so close. But somehow so short. I mean, that's kind of like, that's not just a soft rhyme. That's like a really soft rhyme, but it kind of works. I kind of like it. We are so close, but somehow fall short. I'm trying to... Riptide. We're treading on, and we're all so close, but somehow fall short. We're treading through this strong riptides. I'm dancing on fault line, and here's what I got. I want to be loud. That remains. But ain't nobody got enough. Everybody longs for love. We're all so close, but somehow fall short. We're treading through the strong riptides, dancing on these new fall lights. When we wash up on shore, we just can't be sure. Who lasts much longer? This feeling must be stronger. I just voiced my minute. Now I'm about to start working on an instrumental. Perfect, let's do it. We got a little slide action going here. In between everything, I gave myself a little lunch break. Normally, I'm so focused that I kind of ignore my hunger, but this time I was really starving. I mean, that's just because I had an early breakfast today. I watched Rick Beatle bash some modern pop stars as I went back to trying to become one. You must be a protagonist, I wanna live the way you live. Cause everything you do, you must be the protagonist. I wanna live the way you live. Cause everything you do is so perfect. I can't be the only one who feels like you're fabricated. You're not. At least you're only human. But you're only human. You're just out of reach. And I'm done thinking I'm the only one who sees. Here I'm using my recording software's built-in Melodyne knockoff. It's to make tiny tweaks and corrections to the vocal. Think of it as tiny manual autotune. I think that one's supposed to be a third above the lead, and this one is a fourth above the lead. Something up here is causing some trouble, and it's not sounding pretty. It's that. I got it. Ain't nobody got enough, everybody longs for love. We're all so close, cause ain't nobody got enough, everybody longs for love. We're all so close, but we all fall short. Okay, I'm currently here. Cause ain't nobody got enough, everybody longs for love. We're all so close, we up for sure. We tread through the storm with tides, dancing over new phone lines. We wash up on the shore, we just can't be sure. They won't last much longer, but we all can find stronger. Because I'd been working for hours at that point, I went out for a run to clear my head. And this was a slow run, so I had a lot of time to think. I ran 3.5 miles at a 10-minute per mile pace. So yeah, really slow. And then without fail, I had my thinking session on the front steps. And that was before coming inside and making myself a quesadilla to kinda call it an end to that part of my day. What's not pictured is me coming upstairs and spending the next few hours working on this video. And then probably still working on some music after that. But even though it might look boring to some people, that was my day. And I am so blessed to have had it the way I did. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you liked what you saw, consider subscribing. Or just stick around for a couple seconds and listen to my music. Even just you being here and watching this video is very greatly appreciated. So thank you. And if you've got ideas, feel free to comment down below what you think I could do on a less interesting day like today. Or just in general, what you would want to see for these vlogs, what you want to know, and questions I should answer. Because as you'll notice, I do a lot of the same things over and over again just because that's the way I work. So when we're 5 weeks into this and you've seen me cook the same meal about 20 times, you're not still hearing me talk about how I really love to cook that meal. But yeah, regardless, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching to the end of this video, and stick around, really. I promise this demo is good. At least I think it is. And if not, I made it all today so it can get better. Actually, it will get better. So yeah, I can't wait to share more as I get into the actual week. Thanks for watching. Yippee-ki-yay. Today's gonna be a great day. You must be the protagonist, I wanna live the way you live. Cause everything you do is so perfect. I can't be the only one who feels like you're fabricated, you're not real. Cause it seems like nobody but you's worth it. But you're only human, you're just out of reach. And I'm done thinking I'm the only one who sees. Cause ain't nobody got enough, everybody longs for love.